my beautiful co-host.
I am Rose, and I'm Takia.
We're back, and today we are back with the Vice President of the Neal Hamil Agency, Jennifer Molleda. Hi,
Thank
Jennifer.
you. Hi,
Did I
ladies.
say that right?
Perfect.
Yeah, she was
Perfect.
giving us a tutorial
Absolutely
of her last
perfect.
name.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so happy to be here. So we're just going to jump right into it. Give us a little bit of your backstory. How did you get started?
Yes. It was 28 years ago coming into the company where I did a lot of, in high school, a lot of commercial work with the Neal Hamil Agency and a lot of pageantry. So I basically started in that manner. However, even before then, I was a very shy kid who didn't really talk much. So it was more my mom who basically said, we have got to get her to just be a little bit more confident, more self-esteem. And so from there, they actually put me through the Neal Hamil Centre for Modeling, which is now the Neal Hamil Centre. And it just kind of evolved from there. And I never left. Never left.
So now this is home.
This is absolutely home. The only home I know.
That's interesting that your mom pushed you to be more open by putting you in front of people or on a stage.
Correct.
And did that help you with your shyness?
Absolutely. It wasn't for the initial intent to become a model or an actor, but it was mainly for the intent of better communication, more self-esteem, being able to just be on my own 2 feet at that young age. Because again, moving forward with all the things that go on in middle schools, elementary schools, and high schools, I think that level of foundation of just being confident and a lot of self-esteem as a young woman helped me tremendously.
So as doing this for 28 years as Vice President of the Neal Hamil, then you wear many hats. And then what's your main focus here at the agency?
My main focus is going to be on the development and the educational side.
Right.
Why
and so
is
let me say that too. The agency, you would be more part of the center, right? The Neal Hamil
Correct.
Center.
Basically, we've got 2 entities to what we do, which is a beautiful thing. We are a training and development side and an agency. So think about it from the perspective of learning a skill or getting a degree. And then from there, you actually have an employment agency that finds the work for you. So my main focus and my passion and my desire has always been the educational and the developing side of what we do. Because when individuals come in, everyone would love to model or to act. And it's not just the physical we look at. It is, what are your skill sets, which are extremely important. And then, of course, along with that, having amazing personality and drive. So it's much more than just a look. Yeah.
I like that. Piggybacking on the educational part of it, what do they receive in that portion of it?
Yeah, depending upon if you want to come into this from the modeling perspective, well, the 2 main focus as a fashion model, you must learn 2 elements, runway, posing. Now, if we go into the talent side or the acting side, well, then we've got to be able to focus on voice and diction, communication, character development, playing another character that people do or that, they believe that you have become. So, even as a fashion model, I call that silent acting. So no matter what, you have to learn the basics and the foundation in order to go out into the workforce and be chosen for a job. It only makes sense.
It does. It also sounds like something anybody can take with them and learn from it.
And again, if we dive really deeper, remember my original story. My parents did not put me in this to model and act. What you take away from this is lifelong skills that are applied in every industry. I'll give you a little FYI. If you would only imagine the professional athletes that we work with, the attorneys, the doctors that come in, develop and train because it helps them in
the workforce.
Sponsorships and endorsements, delivery in courtrooms, being able to handle family dynamics when delivering good or bad news. So every profession can benefit from this.
That makes sense. You know what you said resonates with me. Your story, I have a 13-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
She's so shy, but I remember when she was like 3 or 4, she'd do plays over the summer, but once she got older, she just went into a shell. And so that's amazing that you can utilize something like this to kind of help them come out of their shells, you know?
Absolutely. We actually have mothers that have trained with us, or young, college grads that have had children, and then their children's come in and train with us. So it is just a cycle, generation after generation after generation. It's a beautiful thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And a lot of models really want success fast, right?
Yes.
So what do you teach them about the business side of things?
Business side, two elements that you don't really get in high school or middle school or elementary: time management, money management. Those are two main areas we don't touch. You might touch on that if you're going to major in finance, but the two elements is time and money. That's a main focus as well.
So do you develop programs to help them with time management?
Absolutely. The center has programs developed for anyone who wants to get into the industry, whether it's modeling side, talent side, or self-development. So we have programs set up for all ages, all genres.
So here's in that.
Mm-hmm.
What are some mental challenges that a model or actor or someone faces?
Mental challenges that they face all the time are going to be their image, their sense of image, and if they're actually strong enough, pretty enough, thin enough. So that is a mental that we always have to kind of face and focus on. But if you look at how much change there has been due to the inevitable and everything else, the times have changed. The way a model, male and female, look has changed. Yeah. Look at all the mannequins and targets that are plus size. We work with plus size petite. So the mental aspect of it that we focus on, like I said, deals with the self-confidence, the self-esteem, the body imagery. But again, coming into something like this, we can target that. We can really hone in on that, focus on it, and make you realize that who you are, God-given, is beautiful. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we utilize what you have and apply it into the workforce, so that way it becomes realistic. Because remember, this can sometimes be an unrealistic world. Mm-hmm. But if we can just focus on the good parts, then we can make it happen.
Let me ask then, Jennifer.
Yeah.
What is your opinion about the myth of then a model needs to be perfect?
Well, okay, I've been employed with the company 28 years and I've yet to meet the perfect person. So that's a good one.
Well, here I am.
Okay, there you are. Well, you real close. Yeah, you real close. Wow. There is no perfect person. There never will be. There's no such thing. So again, we find the strengths that you have within and really pull them to surface. And that's the thing. You've got to be able to work with someone who can pull those amazing skills out and display them. It's not easy.
Together a program to nurture.
Absolutely.
Them to be the best.
Absolutely. And again, college may not be for everybody. I get that. But if you're not going to go to school, make sure that you go and develop some kind of a skill set or a trade school that's going to be able to assist you as you get older, because as parents, what you want for your children is only the best. But again, schooling, college may not be for everybody, but if you have a skill set that we can hone into, develop, cultivate, and become a commodity, that's how you make money, and that's how you provide the things over your head that only moms and dads want for their children. So yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Over the past 28 years, you say you worked here 28 years.
My whole life.
That means that you have seen trends from instant change, because we live in 2023 now.
Yeah.
What's some of the things that you have seen trend from 28 years ago to now?
Well, again, body imagery have changed. Okay. The stereotypical type of what a model must look like. Mm-hmm. Right now we have models that are 5'4", 5'5", 6', 5'7", all over the world modeling, doing runway. That was unheard of back in my day. If you weren't a size 00, if you had braces, get out. Now it is normal. Yeah, it's very welcomed. It's very normal. It's what's in. So that's a major trend and change. Yeah.
So personally, you love that.
Oh yeah. And every day is a new day. I mean, that's the beautiful thing in this industry. There's so much change that people say, how do you stay in one position for 28 years because every day is new. I don't have a repetition to what I do. Meeting new people, new personalities, new challenges, okay? But it's all really fun because if you love people and you're in a service industry, then it's not a job.
Right.
Yep.
Obviously, being the vice president is a huge accomplishment. What else can you tell us is one of your biggest accomplishments here at the center?
Well, again, the degrees that I've been able to maintain while working full-time, that was a thing. I've got an undergrad in marketing and a master's in business. So being able to work full-time, go to school full-time, be in an industry like this is one of my major accomplishments because I also work with so many individuals that say, I can't do this and go to school at the same time. Yes, you can. You just have to learn how to prioritize your time, and you'll have your fun and all of that when it's due time. But there's a part of your life where you need to learn, be educated, get that degree, get that certificate in whatever it is that you're going to learn, and then go out to the workforce. So besides my degrees, eventually answering phones in the agency as a little kid, and then of course becoming VP has been the most amazing and major accomplishment in my life.
That's amazing.
That's the school of learning. School of life.
Learning never stops.
Yeah.
Learning never stops. And again, that's kind of, and the models and actors that are here, that are with us, they're creative minds. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
So they are constantly learning, wanting to know more. How do I get better? What do I need to do? And that's what feeds my mind. Everyone's always saying, Miss Jen, what's your high? And I was like, well, I got to see such and such, on the cover of this magazine or on TV. Wow. What's your low, Miss Jen? The day's ending. That's my low, So that's how I feel about what I do. But when you have a passion for something, it's ongoing and new challenges, new days, and new accomplishments.
And seeing your models succeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can see the glow when you talk about who your top models. You have many over your head.
For sure.
And it just shows. And it's like, how do you keep the self-care with you to do the work you do?
I work out a lot.
Oh my gosh.
A lot. Five days a week. And that's what keeps clarity. I'm also a runner, so I do run a lot, but that's what keeps me really sane.
Did you run at school?
Yeah, I did not. I was an athlete in school,
Okay.
but track was probably not my best. Volleyball was. But for me, it is working out. It is that clarity and that mental well-being and awareness that I have for me. But that works for me. Some people like to eat, go out and have many cocktails and all that. No, I'm a workout guru, and that's what keeps me sane and centered.
My last question, I know the ladies are dying to know because you guys are so stylish. Is that a prerequisite to be a VP at the center?
Well, again, it's fashion is something that's always on the radar. We have people and clients that come in all the time. We do have to be on our toes, whenever, but at the same time, and I think we had a conversation earlier, coming in from the Galleria area where we used to be and transitioning into the Heights area has been a little different, a little bit more casual here, but that also allows us to show more of our personalities.
Because fashion and style are two different
Absolutely,
things.
but at the same notion, we tend to, when you're a little bit more comfortable and relaxed, what you wear is what comes across and how you feel. So for the most part, we tend to be very stylish. We can also be a little stylish in athletic wear a lot of time, but for the most part, when we've got to dress up a little bit, we do our best.
Well, Jennifer, it's been such a pleasure. Thank
you.
you again for having us.
Absolutely.
Please let us know where we can find more information about the center.
Well, you definitely can find more information with going onto our website, which we have two of them, the Neal Hamil Centre, thenealhamilcentre.com, and then of course the nealhamilagency.com. Of course our Instagram, all that kind of good stuff, social media, we're everywhere, Facebook, so you can always find us there and follow us. And any questions that you may have about getting into the industry, let us know. We have open calls Wednesdays at 3 and Saturdays at 11 a.m. So you are more than welcome to come in, be seen. We are looking for individuals 4 years and older.
4 years and older.
We
4
heard
years
that.
and older. Okay. So you are more than welcome to come in, whether you're a signed model, unsigned model. We'll definitely be able to, hopefully work with you and cater to your needs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you guys heard it here first.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
tuning into the Session Talk Show. Bye.
Yay!
What's up?